and salutations, viewers. I'm StarPrincessHLC, back with Paper Mario. Joining me is JKLantern.
Huh? Oh, the Howler Leeches are coming. Send more money, I'll send more stuff.
Dork Princess.
I'm awake this time.
And Suraht.
Who is joined by a cat?
Don't wake the kitty!
Cat planet, cat planet, cat planet, cat planet, cat planet, cat
Yellow
planet,
hurts. And yes, you can go left. You can completely ignore the castle and head left.
Screw you guys, I'm heading to Disney World!
I'm going in the world.
Ooh, the one time I want to know how long it's been since I've been to Disney World? Animal Kingdom wasn't a thing.
Oh my god.
That's
my
not a
God.
cat, that's an engine.
You need to
Yes.
get woke.
Oh, good to know that's there.
Yep.
Like I said, you can also go to the left up there.
Yep.
You see that platform at the top?
Mm-hmm.
You'll want to get there eventually.
Okay.
Oh man, Hooktail Castle! The stories were all true. This place smells like my cat.
Whoops. I meant to do that.
So yeah, I believe. you can actually go
Congratulations,
off
you
the
are a
left.
smart person.
I thought there was something over there.
Yeah, I think... no, is it
Okay,
another room where
I
you
guess
can
so.
jump out the window?
It's in a different part of the castle for the window.
Yep.
Your window is in another castle, or at least another part
Yep.
of it.
That reminds me of a song I should stick in our server.
Ooh.
I thought he was gonna like fall right into
Just
the ocean.
love
I was
it.
gonna laugh so hard.
I see you!
Most of those actually won't come up and bite you.
Amazing.
I
Most
know.
of those, he says.
I said most. You notice, but pay close attention to the windows around here too, because some of them you can actually jump through.
Ah, okay.
Clever girl.
Guy.
My wings!
My
Quick!
lasagna!
Another Red Bull!
Red Bull gives you.
Cat, please.
I've
Purring
never
is one
actually
thing,
had...
but please stop headbutting the mic. Thank you.
Aww. Wish my
I've never
cat would
had
do that.
Red Bull.
Neither have I.
I don't think I'm legal to drink Red Bull.
No, Red Bull is not a restricted.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's an energy drink, I
Substance.
think.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just energy drink.
Well, then I'm just straight up not interested. I have drunken whatever beer by accident once, and I overreacted. Like I thought it was like a Dr. Pepper can, and then I like take a sip. It's Dr. Pepper, and then like I run over to my mom's store, panicking, like knocking aggressively, like mom, oh my gosh! She's like, what? I drink beer. Serious. Like she thought I was like dying or something.
See, like when I was...
I'm like,
when I was like 6, my parents were
like
having
15
something
when it happened.
with like friends over, and like they were having wine, and I'm like, what are you drinking? My dad's like, here, try a sip. That's awful! Yeah, it is. You're never gonna have that, are you? You bastard! Actually, so like, Christ, how long ago was that? Like 15 years ago, my family went to Germany on a cruise as one of my parents' anniversaries. I can't remember which one that is because I've lost count at this point. Anyway, one of the stops on the cruise was actually a winery in Alsace, France, and so like my dad has little 18-year-old me and like 20-year-old my brother, and
Yeah, it's older than me.
and
Hey,
like,
here.
like the vintner was like handing out different types of wine and talking about the different flavors and the different underground used to grow the grapes. Underground being a fancy vintner term for the friggin' dirt. But like we're in the back of the crowd of people on this tour, and like we're standing with our bus driver, who was this crazy German guy. He was a German soccer hooligan guy. He was great, especially because it was World Cup season. But my dad turns to the bus driver, and he's already had like a couple of samples of wine, and he's like, "Hey, watch this." He hands me one, and he's like, "Here, sniff this and tell me about it." I'm like, "Ugh, I don't like the taste. Ugh. This is a sweeter thing," and like I start going off about the flavor and the specific things, and the vintner hears me do this, and he's like, "That is right." He brings out another sample and just hands it to me to sniff, and he's like, "Go on, do the thing." I go through like 5 of them because the vintner is just like amazed by this. And he's like, "Oh, you must drink wine all the time." I'm like, "I can't stand the stuff." And like, you could see the man's soul just break in two. Because here he is, pouring his life's work into me. And I'm just like, "Nope, sorry." But, and like the entire time, my dad's like, "This is amazing." and once I mentioned that I don't like wine, the bus driver's like, "Oh, you must be a beer man. I have a case in the bus." And I'm like, "Please, God, no."
I'm gonna use the restroom real quick.
That's
BRB.
fine.
Okay. Mostly in Germany, everywhere on the tour was people attempting to get me drunk.
Hey, as long as they're paying for it.
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate the trip to Germany more now than I did back then, because I was a stupid teenager, you know? Like now I'd have way more fun and have specific things I have to try to look for or try to eat in my case.
Yeah, you might want to switch out the one bounce for the power bounce.
Okay.
Unless you really like it, because the power bounce gives you a heavier hit.
Okay.
And you can still use Coop's ability to the happy heart's not bad though. You might want the happy heart because it'll just regen slowly.
Okay. Yep.
There are lengthy discussions about character builds in this game.
Yes. There's one that's really, really popular because it's speedrunning community type stuff. Basically, there's a badge that makes your power go up if you're at low hit points.
Oh, the Danger Mario build.
Yeah. So there's a whole thing around basically keeping Mario at 5 hit points, so he's constantly at low hit points. So you never invest in that, you just invest in badge points and flower points. And you stack up on a ton of danger badges, and your power goes just through the roof, and you can basically just one-shot most anything in the game. But you're also, if you get hit by anything in the late game, you are dead. So very high-risk reward type build. Gee, some of these cells are a little weird, aren't they?
Hmm.
Oh no! Oh no! These bones, they remind me of my father! And the milkman! There's no doubt about it! It's my father!
Your dad's the skeleton from Oracle of Seasons?
Wait, what's this? Mario, my father's clutching some kind of letter, or at least his, bones are. So what should I do? Should I read it?
Yep,
Totally.
totally. I get it.
I can do this! I can do this! I can win! I came to this castle to destroy Hooktail, but I am stuck and can go no further. So in this letter, I shall note Hooktail's weaknesses for those who follow. The dread Hooktail cannot tolerate creatures that begin with cur and end with icket. Hidden somewhere in this castle is an item related to Hooktail's weakness. If one is to have any hope of defeating Hooktail, one must first find that item. One last thing. If faced with ultimate doom, the fiend will use any trick to save itself. If you hope to defeat it, do not give in to your kinder nature and fall for its tricks. Alas, I do not have the strength to continue writing. Already mist veils my eyes. My last words go to my son, Colorado, who was in the last game. I love you, and I'm proud of who you've become. Huh?
Oh my god, that's right.
My son, Colorado? Not Coops!
Oh my god.
But if this isn't my father, I wonder if that pile of bones over there is... Every pile of bones is my dad.
Gee,
The
how are we
characters,
going to get that key?
the characters in Paper Mario 64 are so bland, I forgot about Colorado. His name.
Yeah, they were definitely working out a few things for...
Yep.
Oh my god. Poor baby. Oh.
Okay, you're getting pushed back.
Oh, okay.
Now
Clear the crowd with the hammer.
Okay.
I like how they go over the bars on the widescreen, if you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they go into the negative space, basically.
Okay.
Someone's gonna throw a can at you.
Whoops.
And they did it.
I keep forgetting those guys are there.
Let me be useful, game. Dang it.
Bone. Bone.
Well, you're boned.
You were my friend in Bloodstained.
Blood... I actually have Bloodstained for the Switch now. I should pop that in at some point. Of course, I also have Origami King I need to play through.
Yes.
Yes. That's my favorite Paper Mario game right now.
Ooh.
It's very good. It has the story-driven stuff of the older games, and the arts and crafts theming of the modern games, which I feel like deserves more love because it's so brilliant.
Excuse me. It really does deserve more love. As much as the games went all in on the arts and crafts thing, it is clever. It is.
Yeah. And the writing's still funny.
Oh, definitely. Even when I was going through Sticker Star, yes, all of the characters are pretty much Toads, but there were still moments where I'm playing through the game and I'm like, that's actually really friggin' funny.
Yeah, they're all pretty much Toads in Color Splash and Origami King too.
Mm.
There are a few exceptions in Origami King, but still, Like, they keep the whole thing where, like, you have to rescue toads, which I don't mind, because they say funny things. There's like, in Color Splash, like, there's like a scene where, like, I guess they're, like, thrown in jail, and it's just, and, like, it was, like, a Shy Guy, or, like, a snippet that, like, threw them in there, and he's like, well, we're in jail now. Can't see much else without upping this game's age rating.
Wow.
Yeah, they weren't there.
You might want to pull out a power block to
Yeah.
clean up a few things here.
Yeah.
We might need ham.
Soupy?
Because at that point, the Redwood is going to keep building more and more.
Okay.
That's the question. I actually had to, like, read Hamlet or, like, watch Hamlet for my English class.
Weirdly, I didn't have to do Hamlet in high school. I did have to do it in college. The Shakespeare things I had to do in high school were Romeo and Juliet, because friggin' everyone has to do Romeo and Juliet.
Yep.
The Scottish play, Twelfth Night, Much Ado. I feel like I'm forgetting one.
In theater, at, like, the very last minute, like, 2 days before school ended, at least for me. Okay, so we were, like, we covered Midsummer, and, like, the timing could not be worse, because, like, I graduated early, and, like, I was actually really interested in the Midsummer thing, because, man, the internet just finished its production of A Midsummer Night's Dream, so, like, I already knew a lot of the material. And I can imagine, like, years from now, like, teachers, like, using that production on YouTube to, like, educate their class and their students about, like, Midsummer. And, or, like, kids using that production to cheat on Midsummer stuff. I totally would, if I had that option.
There are worse things you could use.
Yeah.
Not yeah, freaking their production of Midsummer was really good. Oh, I totally forgot Suraht was in it. He was.
That's how I got Beard Elemental.
Yeah.
That is literally how you got Beard Elemental.
He was Aegeus or
Aegeus,
Agrius
yeah.
or whatever his name was.
Well,
Aegis,
like
the jerk dad.
Yeah, it took me a couple of, like, watches to, like, process that he was a jerk dad.
Like, while I was watching, like, the first or second episode or whatever, and you show up and I'm like, well, we have a Beard Elemental, and Suraht's like,
Yep.
I'm taking that.
Yes, I am.
I remember for, like, my theater class in, like, junior year, I, like, did both, for different projects. I did Titania's monologue about, like, trying to make peace with Oberon. By the way, Oberon is the worst character in Titania, did nothing wrong. And then, yeah, I have some hard opinions about Midsummer now. Thanks, man, on the internet. And then I also did, like, Helena's monologue about being jealous of Hermia. And, like, I'm watching the production, and I'm like, I can't unhear my own version.
Let's see, for the one high school theater class I took, like, the two notable monologues doing were, one of them was from, the name of the play just went, Antigone! I did one of Creon's monologues from Antigone, and then, I did a monologue from Man of La Mancha, which I had a lot of fun doing.
I watched that play in Humanities, or the movie. I hated you. That was the only thing about Humanities I liked. Man of La Mancha, or whatever it was. La Mancha. I don't remember. The point is, I liked it, and that was the only. Yeah, La Mancha.
I, Don Quixote, the Lord of La Mancha.
Yeah, that one can't. When you hit that, it tries to send that yellow block up,
Ah.
but you gotta free up the yellow block.
Okay.
I had
Break
to
the
remind
block
myself.
above it.
I had to remind myself about humanities, and now I'm upset. Hated humanities. It was like a requirement for me because of the program I was in. It was just a bunch of like, blah blah blah. We live in a society. Agree with everything I say because I'm the teacher. Like, I thought we were here to learn about like Renaissance art or like psychology or like everything but what you're saying, lady. F you.
There have been a couple of courses in my long and bizarre academic career that I've taken that, like, to this day, I'm not sure what I was actually supposed to learn. Mario, no!
Don't die.
I went to SUPERVILLAIN high school, which means by the time I was finished with high school, I'd taken like 12, 13 AP classes.
I went to college!
But one of the courses I took was AP Human Geography. To this day, I'm not actually sure what the hell we were supposed to learn in that class. I got a 5 on that test. Don't know what like the actual class was. It's like we learned crap.
That was humanities for me, and all I got out of it was a hatred for Renaissance artists. There's like,
There you go.
yeah, like I think it was like Vincent van Gogh who like defiled corpses to like learn anatomy.
That was Da Vinci.
Vinci, it was Da Vinci, right? And I'm sitting there like, that's horrible, and my teacher was like, oh, but thanks to him, now we know what the human anatomy looks like, and it's this big revolutionary thing, so it's good, and it's perfect, and there's nothing wrong with it at all. I'm like, I'm not saying
You
he shouldn't
can
have
also
done it.
travel up on the purple block too. Just
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying he shouldn't have done it. I'm saying screw
It
him
was
for
creepy.
doing that. That's horrible. That's freaky.
Da Vinci.
Why are you praising him for committing crimes?
You want to talk about Da Vinci committing crimes?
Oh God.
So
I bet my teacher would have defended every single thing that man had ever done.
you're gonna love. You're gonna love this one. So, Da Vinci lived at the same time as a certain other notable Italian gentleman, Niccolo Machiavelli, who was a big mover and shaker in politics in the Italian city-states. And he actually hired Da Vinci for a job. And because Da Vinci was not just an artist, Da Vinci was interested by everything. He was an inventor, he was a scientist, he was an artist, that's where we get the term Renaissance man. He was a polymath, he studied everything.
I'll admit that's kind of cool, but also screw him.
You see, Machiavelli was like Machiavelli wrote a book called The Prince, which was a book about how to rule, and it was not the nice way of ruling. But Machiavelli was running a city-state, and he wanted to defeat another city-state. So he hired Leonardo da Vinci. He's like, come up with a way to screw those guys. So Da Vinci's plan, that was approved by Machiavelli, was to come up with a way, I swear I am not making this up, to redirect the river that was the water supply for that city so that they would all dehydrate to death. He was unsuccessful in this, and he regarded it as one of his great failures. And in fact, in the painting Mona Lisa, in the background, behind Mona Lisa, there is a river winding in the distance. That is the river he had tried to redirect and failed. So yes, Da Vinci was historically an actual friggin' supervillain.
I've never felt such hatred who has long since been dead, who died before I was born. I don't think I would be as angry about this if I didn't learn about the garbage he did in humanities. I don't feel this way about any other historical figure who's done horrible things. I'm like, they're dead. Who cares that they did horrible stuff? They didn't. We know what happened now. It's fine. I don't have to think about it. They're dead.
Yes. We'll have to think about this more in the next episode, though.
Yeah.
So, we'll continue on with our little adventure here very, very soon. But for now, I've been me, that's been them, and we will see you in the next episode.
Take care,
Universe is a hologram. Bye, gold. Bye.